Guys, how we doing? I'm Ryan Mack. Welcome back to Trading, guys. So, I'm a little bit late this week. I was away. For those of you who don't know, I trade Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I go away, adventures, mountains, volcanoes, jungles, blah, blah, blah. I'm sponsored on YouTube and so on and so forth. And I was away last week climbing Mount Rinjani with, I don't know if you know, there's a TV show called SAS Who Dares Wins. Well, one of the special forces guys on there is a guy called Ollie Ollerton, and I was away with Ollie Ollerton and Jimmy Narain from TED Talks and Mind Valley, etc. And we were away smashing it out for a new business we have got launching this June. So that is me. I just got home last night. Actually, I was going to take today off, but you know what? I feel pretty good, and I thought, no, let's just get cracking. So, ladies and gents, markets have been fucking wild. Absolutely wild. So, let's see what we've got. Well, you've been following it anyway, right? And you've been seeing how they've been panning out. Let's just go from top to bottom, right? Have a quick look here before we cover the fundamentals. Ooh, Meltsville. UDCHF. Now look, what is it I always say to you? In every single one of my videos, what is it that I say to you about trading CHF, Swiss franc? I always say, CHF I trade when it's a risk-off sentiment. Risk-off is when people are afraid of what's happening in the markets. That's exactly what people are doing right now. Everyone's terrified about Trump's tariffs. Now, all this tariff nonsense, all it is, guys, is just simply means to negotiate. When he hits them with tariffs, they're going to come back and say, okay, please don't hit us with these tariffs. What about if we do that? You know, it's it's no different from when you go to buy a new car, right? And the guy's like, oh, it's 17 grand. You're like, oh, come on, I'll give you 16. And he's like, nah, I'll give you, 16.8. And you're like, oh, come on, mate, 16.4. You know, it's just a negotiating tool. That's all tariffs are, okay? But look, when it's risk off, Swiss franc is strong. Obviously, I wasn't here to trade it, but you can see it play out. So, AUD USD. Look, that has came in. Look, what we always say is previous support, once broken, becomes a new resistance. Now, like I said in the previous videos, I would not be trading this. It's a really shit trade. Why? Because you've got a massive area of value here for the upside. Boom, boom. So I would only be trading this if it came back and retested here. Okay? I wouldn't really be interested in trading it there. Euro AUD. We'd need a pullback first. But Euro and AUD, both are really shit economies, by the way, Don't just think, oh man, the Euro's mega. It's not. The Euro economy is dog shit. So why did this happen? Why did Euro AUD fly? Well, it's actually to do with China and America, funnily enough, because this is a AUD pair. So because Trump's tariffs majorly affect China, that then majorly affects AUD. So when it affects China in such a negative way, i.e. massively bearish, it makes the Chinese economy massively bearish, that then affects the AUD as being massively bearish. And that's why you're seeing this big stint, okay? So it's a bit strange because it's Euro AUD. It's not actually because the Euro's strong that's made this go up, right? Because the Euro's not strong. The Eurozone is fucking shit, right? It's totally wank. What's made this go up is the fact that China is weak, AUD has become turbo weak, and that's then flew. Okay? That's all it is. EuroCAD. We were anticipating this. I'd like to have seen a pullback and then go. We didn't get it, so that's fine. But I mean, if it pulls back here, retests and rejects here, I will definitely be happy to enter, and away we go. Euro CHF, same again. Look, we did have this area marked up. It just clipped it and went. But I mean, it's not a good trade, right? Like, I want to point out to you, that's not a good trade from here to here. That's shit, What you want to be catching is when it breaks below, because back up retests, away you go, Even, one of these. This is the kind of thing you want to be catching. You don't want to be catching this. Oh, it's shit, okay? You want to catch a really nice big move. But my point is, if you look at my areas I've marked up, 618, 786. It's rejected on the 618. Bang, in the zone that I marked up. I don't have a crystal ball. There is a reason why it does this. It's because of value, areas of value. Again, shit, I wouldn't be touching that. Euro NZD. Look, we've got it marked up, but we just needed the retest, which we didn't get. We got the break above. We didn't get the retest, so we got this. We didn't get the retest, we just got the fly. Again, that's all to do with China being weak, which then makes NZD weak, okay? And the risk off sentiment, okay? Now, Euro USD. We were in this for a sell. Let's have a look at the daily. So, we actually got in this for a sell here. And look, there's nothing wrong with it, you see? There's nothing wrong. We got in a sell around here, came back up, came back down, happy days, and then took off, okay? So the two areas which I had marked up were this daily, right, which we entered, took it down, or this weekly. So this is a 618, this is a 786, okay? So I did say to the guys, look, if it does come back up here, we could enter, but I'm just going to hold off for now because we want to see what's going to happen, right? You don't want to just dive in next, however. So this was a losing trade, very small, 0.25%. Who cares? Let's see. Nah, nothing that I would take there. Nothing I would take there. Again, there's nothing I would take there. But again, this is coming down because of its the risk of sentiment. But if you look across here, it's just in a big trend, range. Look, it's not doing anything. It's not moving. Same shit. It has bounced off the 618, but I don't know if I'd take it for sales yet. You just need to wait and see. I'd like to see it break, retest, and then go, right? For that extra confirmation, just because markets are so shitty right now. There's nothing really here. Look, so it's came up. We've already marked this. It's came up, retested, reject, went, boom, it's came up, retest, and reject. Want to see it break below, come back up, and then go. Or pull up here and reject, and then go. Okay? Anything outside of that is no trade. Same again, look, it's came up, it's retested their zone, and away it went. But however, please remember, these are two turbo shit pairs, right? It's not anything to get excited about, that trade. That shit as well. I'm not even going to bother talking about them because they are really, really bad. Yeah, so if USD CAD comes down here, it'd be good to see it retest, reject down here, and then away it goes. Just have to wait. Where are we? USD CHF again, risk off. So if it comes back down and retest this zone, that would be sweet. That would be sweet. We just need to wait, because it's a USD pair, we just need to wait and see what it does, right? We need a bit of confirmation first that it's going to go back up before we take the buys. Again, shit, let's have a look at dollar index. So it looks bang in the zone. Bang in the zone. Let's see what it does. Right, let me just get rid of this, tidy it up because it's already past it. Okay. Let's see what it does down here now, right? This is the next zone. Euro. Pretty shit. Pound. Yep, pretty shit. Oil. Look at oil. How many times have you watched my videos and I've said, don't buy oil. You are only looking for sales. And look at that, look. It's came and it's pinged. That was my my alert right there. It's obviously pinged when I was away on that trip. Look, that's my freaking alert. Right fucking there. It's pinged my alert and away it's went. You little shit. However, if you guys that follow my videos have done your alert, then hopefully you caught that. That was a lovely shubbly, alright? But now, all we're looking for is, boom, breakaway, back up, retest, reject, and away we go, right? That's it, boom. Right, sorry. You want to come down, boom, 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 boom. Alright, you're going to enter there, okay? For your sales. Gold, let's have a look. I'd like to see gold come back down. We could retest this zone, or actually, wait there, retest this zone here. Small candle, large engulfing, breaks away, boom, retest, reject, and go. I'd like to see it come down here though. Silver. So look, right in the zone. Small candle, large engulfing. You mark up the small candle in an area of value, comes back down, retest, rejects, and away it goes. Right? Let's wait and see. We still have to wait and see. You can't just jump in now. You need to wait and see what comes out this week. We're going to cover that in the news. Look at that. Look at that. We already caught. Wait, I tidy this. We already caught copper buys, right? But look at that for a copper sell. Woo, bosh. And I didn't call that. In all honesty, I did not call that because I was only looking for buys, right? I was not looking for sales. And obviously Trump's speeches and news reports and stuff have made that fly. So, without further ado, guys, let's jump across and get back to what we do best. Let's break through the weekly review. Okay. Where's my book? I'm not as energetic and shouty just now, guys, because I have my son has just been born, so I'm trying to do the videos, but also keep my noise down at the same time because he keeps bloody waking up, and obviously my wife is exhausted. All right, so apologies if my videos seem a bit boring just now. It's because I'm at home and I don't really have a choice, but I will. I have just opened a brand new studio and office, and I'm gonna be smashing it out over there. Okay, with a big interactive screen as well. Okay, so you know the drill. You write down your notepad and pen, trades, then you're going to write strong, weak, and neutral. Okay, strong, weak, and neutral. Now we're going to go through the news pairs. Let's have a look. Right, what week are we on? Do you know what bloody day it is? It is the 8th. That's the right. Let me just double check. Last week. That's this week. Okay. Right, we've got bullish, bearish, bullish, same, sticky. Bearish, yeah, well, it's a little bit bullish, but it's more bullish than last time, but it's still bearish because it's -6. Bullish, you see, it's weird, isn't it? Bearish, 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 bearish. Bullish. See, it's weird because everything in China looks bullish, and this is the thing. Everything in China was going bullish, and things were going very well. And then Trump's came in with his speech and his tariffs and fucked it on the 2nd of April. So let's see. Like I said, they're just negotiating stuff, right? Like tariffs are just used to negotiate stuff. Now, people, you watch news, right? You watch the news events and it's like, oh my god, if he puts these tariffs in, this is going to happen. Well, he's not going to put these fucking tariffs in. He knows that they are ridiculous. So when he puts in ridiculous tariffs, the reason why he's doing that is people will then come back to the table and say, okay, look, these tariffs are fucking ridiculous. Let's make a deal. And that's exactly what he's waiting for. He's waiting for someone to make a deal because the USA is fed up of funding the rest of the fucking planet. And no matter where you're from, whether you like it or not, the USA pretty much does fund most of the fucking planet with aid here and help there and military fucking help here and all this shit, and charities. Though the rest of the world doesn't realise how much of a fucked place it would be if it didn't receive, a lot of aid and help from the USA. And none of us like to admit that. However, a lot of it's true. Where are we? Right, so let's just see. I have got NZD. I'm keeping NZD as weak, guys, because it's not a strong economy. I'm keeping AUD as neutral for now. And we shall move on. What have we got coming up this week? Jobs increased. Okay, there's nothing really much. We've got official bank rate. So NZD is looking at cutting rates. Let's see if they do it. That's going to be Wednesday. New loans, CPI. So we've got CPI on Thursday and PPI. Okay, so we want to see that for China and see how it's looking after after this week we've just had with the bloody tariffs. Okay, moving on. Let's just go and get this smashed out because I can already hear my son bloody crying. Manufacturing, bearish, 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 bearish. Okay, so like I said, what did I have Canada as last week or the week before? I had Canada as neutral. I'm going to keep it at neutral. We've got IVPMI this week, so let's see. Okay, let's see what we've got. Let's see if it comes up, but it's still neutral for me. I mean, it's a pretty shit economy overall, but it is still kind of neutral for me. CHF looks to be strong just now, you know, but like I said, CHF isn't ever strong because of these numbers, right? CPI, PPI, retail sales, it doesn't get strength from any of this, right? It shows strength or weakness depending on the market sentiment, i.e., are we a risk on or risk off? Whenever we're a risk off, which we were last week with Trump's tariffs, everyone's like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on? It means when people are in fear, the market becomes risk off, right? When people are greedy, which is 98% of the time, markets are risk on. When people are fearful, markets are risk off, okay? And when it's risk off, they then move their money from riskier assets to non-riskier assets, i.e., like gold, silver, Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, what else? Japanese yen, you know, and so on. Okay, so that's why CHF looks strong. Okay, but I always just keep CHF in the neutral category. Okay, because I know in my mind it's never really going to be strong or weak. It's always going to be kind of neutral, but it will get strength or weakness depending upon risk on or risk off sentiment. There's probably a better way to explain that, but I'm just, you know, I'm doing my best to try and explain it a way that it's easy for you to digest. All right. Eurozone. Right. So see that there. Look, that's bearish. Okay. Many people will just look at that and see it green and be like, oh, I don't really know. Well, why is that 1.1 and why is that 0.3? I mean, I would have thought that's bad. You know, it's went from 1.1 to 0.3. I would have thought that's a bad thing. Oh, but it's in green, so it must be good. No, it's fucking not good at all. It's absolutely fucking terrible. It's went down. So the reason why it's green is because they forecast it to come in at 0%, and it's came in higher than they thought. Right, it's came in better than they thought. That's why it's green. Okay, but look at the previous 1.1, actual 0.3. So it's much worse. Okay, so that's bearish, right? Bearish, bullish, bearish, but it's in line with what they anticipated. So that's still okay. Italy, we don't care. Spain, we don't care. But I mean, look, bearish, 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 bearish. 5.9 fucking. It's better than before, but it's still bearish, right? Because it's fucking 5.9% unemployment. Bearish, 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 bullish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish. Fucking hell. You see that the Eurozone shit? You see what I'm saying? The Eurozone is fucking shit. So why the Euro looks strong and stuff just now is people are buying the bonds. Because the Eurozone is so fucked, people are buying the bonds, right? And when you buy bonds in, you know, to invest in a country, let's just say Germany, i.e. the DE30, you know, along those lines. Let's see you go to buy the bond. In fact, it's not even D30. That's indices. Sorry, I'm fucking going to confuse you now. Let's just stick to bonds. So when you're going to invest in a country and you buy bonds, you have to buy the bonds in the currency of the country in which you wish to buy the bonds, right? So if you're going to buy euro bonds, you need to purchase them fucking euros. So that means when all these people are scrambling to go and buy fucking, you know, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars of euro bonds because the Eurozone is so fucked that they're all so cheap just now, it means that there's a huge demand for the euro. When there's a huge demand for the euro, it gives strength to the currency, the euro, right? But it's not a genuine strength. It's a very short-lived strength, okay? It's not a strength that's going to last all year. It's a strength that's going to, you know, give you 1 or 2 good weeks and then that's it, okay? So context is very important. This week, what we got? Trade balance. So look, that's red, right? But that's actually good. Previous it was 16.2, right? They forecast it to be 18.4. It came in less than they forecasted. However, it's still done better than it did previously. Okay, so that's good news. So don't be fooled just because it's red. Okay. Obviously that's bad, good, bad, better. Again, look, that is good. See, it was previously 0 and now it's 0.3. It's just come in worse than what they anticipated, so it's come in red. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to keep Eurozone in weak, because overall, right, obviously I'm talking about the overall, the Eurozone is shit. What else have we got? Let's have a look, guys. Pound. Bearish. 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 Still, I know it's a little bit better, but it's still minus, so it's bearish. 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 Bullish. Bearish. Bearish. Right? The pound, for me, is still shit. It's not enough for me to make it weak just now, but it's definitely enough for me to at least keep it at neutral for the time being. Okay, it's definitely not strong. Okay. What news we got this week for the pound? Let's have a look. Again, bearish. We've got GDP. We don't really have much this week. Okay, so I'm keeping pound in neutral. Moving on, Japanese yen. Last week. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish-ish, very, very slightly. Bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So it's still shit for me. I'm keeping Japanese yen in weak, guys. Now, again, you're going to be looking at Japanese pairs, right? Let's have a look. Let's just fucking do it and show you, right? You might look at Japanese pairs and you might see some strength, right? Initially, look, it's breaking down, right? It comes down here. Oh, Japanese strong. No, it's not strong. What did we just talk about? Risk-olic. You're going to see that. Look, Japanese is fucking strong. Look, it's melting. That's strong. No, it's not. It's all it is. It's risk-off sentiment. And what is one of the risk-off currencies? Japanese yen. It's a safe haven currency. Japanese yen safe haven, Swiss franc is safe haven, New Zealand is safe haven, gold is safe haven. Okay, that's why you see Japanese yen moving just now. It's a safe haven currency. They don't tend to get involved in people's wars and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's seen as a safe haven currency. Whereas something kicks off anywhere in the world, what's the first thing you think of? If you turn on your TV, right, and you see that 2 countries in the Middle East are at war, right? What's the first thing you think of? Oh, for fuck's sake, I bet you America gets involved, I wonder if they're going to send British troops. You see what I'm saying? When have you ever said to yourself, oh, I wonder if the Swiss army are going to get involved? I wonder if they're going to send Japanese kamikazes to sort it out? You've never fucking said that to yourself, because they don't get involved in other people's shit, So, that's why it's a safe haven currency, okay? For me, Japanese yen is staying in weak. We are on our last one, USD. Oh, sorry, I was correct a moment ago last week. So, bearish, bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, 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 bearish, bullish, bearish. Unemployment claims, bearish. Bullish, because it's less. Bullish, bullish. Bullish, people are earning more money. Off unemployment, bullish. Bearish. So it's very mixed data. There's a lot of good data there. A lot of good data, but it's very mixed data, okay? But again, for me, I'm keeping the USD as strong, guys. Now, I know I know you're going to look and go, well, USD pairs are fucking melting, blah, blah, blah. Meh, 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 meh. I know that, right? I understand that. The point is, it's not because the economics and fundamentals are bad, right? It's because risk off sentiment. People are just fucking scared to invest in the US right now because nothing's stable. That's all it is. But all the data's fucking great. It's fantastic. It's one of the best fucking countries with statistics like this. We're the safest countries for you to put your money in, right? Not right now because of everything that's going on, but if that wasn't going on, right now, you'd be lumping into the USD, okay? So it's a really fucking strong economy. There's mixed data here. Yes, it's not all strong data. It's very mixed. However, it is still really fucking good data. And data doesn't lie, okay? So that is pretty much it, guys. I will be looking out for trades this week. However, I will be taking it very slowly. You know, I'll be very closely watching how the news, etc., pans out, okay? So I'm sorry for this video being a little bit slow, dry, and bleh, you know. It's like I said, it's because I've got a kid. I've just had a new son, and I'm trying to speak clearly so you can hear me, and quieter, even though I am speaking loud, quieter, so that I don't wake my son up. However, someone keeps writing in the comments, your volume's very low. Let me tell you something, there's nothing wrong with my fucking volume. It's your shit headset or your shit speakers. I've already tried on 7 different fucking applications. I've tried it on phones. I've listened to the videos on YouTube. I've asked all 200 members in my trading group in here, guys, is there anything wrong with the sound of my fucking video? And every single one of them have said, no, there's nothing wrong with it. So that whoever it is that keeps writing below the fucking comments, the sound's terrible. It's your fucking it's your equipment that's shit. Buy new equipment. Alright? That is it, guys. I can't be bothered saying anything else today. I'm fucked. Just got back from the volcano trek yesterday, and I'm going to go and have a chill day. So if I take any trades, I will do it live. Look, I'm just going to leave you with this. This is very important, right? Look, give me 1 second. Switch. Okay, look, come across here. View your channel. Come across here and round about this bit. Obviously, it's different because I've just logged in, but right next to subscribe, you're going to see a little bell, right? In fact, maybe I can just do it. Sorry, I should have probably done that. Hold on. Right. What I'll do is, watch this. Wait. View your channel. Alright, give me 1 second, lads. The trading guys. Okay, watch this. Right. When you go here to subscribe, there should be, yes, a little bell. Personalised. There we go. All. You want to hit this, see what it says, all. You want to select all for notifications, okay? Because the reason why, whenever I get any trades that come up, and I think, oh, I'm going to fucking trade that now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to jump across here, I'm going to do a live video, and I'm going to trade it live in front of your face. And when I do a live video, there's like a comment section here. You can ask me any questions you like. Why did you take a buy there, Ryan? Why did you take a sell? How did you work out that that's where you were going to put your stop loss? How did you work out that's where you're going to wait for your take profit, and so on and so forth, okay? So, jump across here, subscribe, click here, and select all. Because if you don't, what will happen is, when I jump on a live, you won't get the notification that I'm on a live, and then maybe 2 days later, you'll come back to the channel, and you'll be like, fuck, how did I miss his live trade, you know? And whenever I do lives, you can copy the trade and you can make money in line. Alright? Nice one, guys. I've been Ryan Mac. This is Trading Guys. Take care. See you soon.